All right, guys, we're in it. We're in the woods, a couple miles. Beautiful, peaceful, alone. We're searching. Just join me. Walk through here. Wait for this creek crossing. As you can hear, the leaves still pretty crunchy, a little dry, lots of leaf litter. Across this creek. We set up a camera last week in a research area that I've come to find out used to be a research area for a guy from Russia. Stayed there in the same area, camped there for 6 weeks. And now, thought I'd venture that way because trails are leading me there. There's an owl, beautiful owl. Broad daylight, 12 o'clock. There goes an owl. Things you can see in the woods, guys. I love it. Why I don't like to film when I walk. This is the trail, straight down. Straight down. Can I get out of that? Yeah. Would it hurt? Incredibly. That's what I mean, guys, about being safe when you're out here, knowing what's in your pack, survival, food, water, some paracord, some warm clothes. It's getting hot right now, but following that creek, break a leg, you're gonna be cold. Just be safe, guys. So this is the field that I found the other day when I was up here just relaxing. You see the way out directly over my shoulder. Now why in this huge field did I think I heard voices right there at that evergreen tree? All the way over there. So I followed them. And then I followed them. And then I followed them. Now, we're about to walk over there and paste this off and just see how far that is. To see if I could hear a voice, a normal talking voice that distance. Check back. Over 600 feet. To back there where I started. To find this trail. No markers. No trailheads. Just a huge open field. And I heard normal voices 600 feet away. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Alright, guys. Headed back out. I'm setting up a camera. Got some crunchy peanut butter. Since our creamy peanut butter didn't yield any results at all, we set it out. We're gonna try crunchy. Now, I keep coming back to the same area instead of going, well, I say same area, same forest, but different locations within the forest. Sometimes I don't want to venture off. Sometimes I do. Just follow my feet. The reason I keep coming back to the same forest, instead of trying to find new forests, bounce around, and all that, I've got reports in this one area that go back to, I think it was 77 or 78. 50 years in one forest. And I've got anecdotal reports. I've got my own sightings, or well, not sightings, experiences. I say sightings as in footprints, tree breaks, structures, stuff like that. But I keep coming back, and I keep realizing as I plot my areas on my map, they're overlaying a lot. So much so that I've got them down to 2 ridges and a valley. 50 years of sightings. Now, are they still here? I don't know. Do they migrate? I don't know. I do know a lot of people come into these woods. A lot of people have experiences. Hoping to have one myself. And we'll get some documentation for you guys. Now, I gotta admit that while I'm filming this, I'm not looking at the woods the way I normally do. That's why I don't generally film when I'm out here. But I also have a habit of focusing on the ground or focusing on the trees and not the ground. So how many prints have I stepped over? Or how many tree breaks have I missed? Or vice versa. That's why I keep coming back. I'm gonna document these things, find these things, put it all out there for everyone. Hopefully, get some education out of this. But if not, no matter what, sure having fun out here in these woods, guys. Keep squatching.
So that was me trying to film some stuff out in the woods, some on the scene stuff. I don't know what you guys think about it. We've learned a few things. We've learned that my favorite word is "hey guys," or my favorite saying. But again, with those areas, man, I've been checking these areas out, and I've been doing some research as I go, and I've learned a lot of things. I've learned things about myself. I learned I have no concept of time. My days, they literally all run together. Apparently, I'm out here every weekend. I'm doing these field researches, and I'm trying to bring videos, and I don't realize, weeks go by, months sometimes before I even think to get this stuff uploaded or try and bring something out, or I don't want to bring something to you guys that's just nonsense. Like, what's the point of me listening to myself talk? I know I have an accent and whatever. So I mean, I know what I sound like. I'm not just out here trying to hear my own voice. So I'm out here searching. I want to know what you guys think. If you want to go out with me, if you guys, anyone that wants to go out or check these things out, I just realized I've never told anyone where I'm at. I'm in Middle Tennessee researching the northern part of Middle Tennessee. I don't want to just throw out everything. I don't want millions of people out here. I've noticed when I was out after I recorded this video, I went out again, and there are other people that I have found in some of these areas. Now, are they just randomly going out? Now, these not my normal research areas. These are areas I'm venturing into and seeing signs. But now, after being in there for a week or 2, 3, in some of these new areas, I'm seeing signs of people, of human. other areas that I go into, I know there's not people or humans, or well, I won't say I know, not know for positive, but I can't find any signs of this. I've got actual, since I recorded this, I checked some of my camera cards, and I found people out there. You know, they were respectful of the camera. They actually walked up on my camera. I could tell in the pictures they didn't know they were there. They didn't mean to when they saw it. Hey, sorry, I've literally got a picture of a guy making this face. You know, he didn't understand. He understood exactly there was a camera. He didn't know what the camera was for or what. So, but respectful, stepped away. Now that I know there's people in this area, I'm gonna probably venture away or do some different style testing. Some stuff that I'm kind of out of the box thinking that they're not really talking about on, well, at least the podcasts that I've listened to or the few that I've heard or some of the things that I've read or saw online. I'm kind of an out of box kind of guy. I get made fun of all the time at work for some of the things I say, but you know, you've got to have that out of the box, multiple set of eyes looking at something. I know you've looked at it this way, but I'm going to say it anyways, because this is step one. Check your fuses. If you have a problem in your car, check fuses. That's the number one overlooked thing. So I always joke around about anything. Do you check your fuses? Essentially what I'm saying there is, did we go back to base one? Did we start at number one rule? All right, do we got everything? Are we ready to go? Did you check everything? Not overlook the simplicity. I've since got a recorder, a vocal recorder. I've left it out. I'm going through that audio. I've learned some things about those recorders. I've learned some things about the audio. It's interesting. I'm working on that. I've downloaded the program Audacity to research. Well, you know, you got to be kind of into Audacity even to know what you're looking at. Like I said, I've played in bands. I know what sound looks like. But even still yet, just by looking through Audacity, you're still going to overlook some things because of the distance that we spoke about before. That your decibel level is maybe this, but if you're so far away, you're not going to reach that on your recorder. So you can't always look for sudden spikes in this. That's what I was looking at when I done that Audacity. I was like, it's not as dramatic as, or at least the program that I have. Now, you may pay for Audacity, you may do all this, but what I do, I don't pay for anything because I don't know where to sink my money. Why sink my money in a program where I could sink my money in this or that or that's the whole, like, again, guys, grassroots, we're learning. I don't care to tell you my failures, tell you my successes. Take my success and go, take my failure and go. Therefore, you're not stumbling over your own feet like I am over here. That's what this whole show's about. Like I say, grassroots, take it and run, however you want to go with it. But just want to give you guys some updates. And again, with my timing, I know I said that I would have some interviews on here. Some things have happened personally. And then also, I realized I don't know one day from the next. My concept of time is skewed. I'm just having fun out here. I'm like, oh, I'm in the woods. I got to keep getting more of this, more of that. But I don't understand. I don't want to bring you guys just footage of a leaf that I found. For example, I've walked up. I've kept hold on to some stuff. I've walked over so many footprints. And then I go back and I look at them like, well, that's stupid. I'm deleting footage out of my phone. And then I realize, geez Louise, guys, I walked up on a footprint this weekend, literally with no equipment but my phone, go and get my recorder. Just hurry quick. Let me run in the woods. I literally had no pack, no nothing. I ran through the woods to get my recorder because of my time limit that I was on. I just happened to run up on a print. I was like, oh, this is cool. I took a couple pictures, whatever, whatnot. Because I do that, whether it be a human or non-human, just so I can compare them to. And then I got to looking at this print. It's identical to the one that got me into this whole deal in the first place. What did I stumble on? I don't know. Am I following a human that has a really weird shaped foot that's way larger than mine? I doubt it. But again, that goes with my equipment. What do you have? What do you have on you? And we've always got to be prepared. Now, I had no equipment. I had t-shirt and shorts on when I ran through the woods. That was stupid of me because I'm always about bringing all your equipment with you. But even the guy that's preaching things is not always doing what he's preaching. So that's what I'm up to you guys to kind of keep us in check. This is the community. Even the most basic things we've got to start at. We got to go through. So that's what I'm all about, sharing, bringing any new information that you guys have. Bring it to me. I'll bring it to you. Test, yield results. Again, if you guys send me experiments that you want done, man, I'm telling you, I'm there. We'll do it. Let's go. I'm available to go really, really often. So we can do this. You know, the weather's changing, spring's coming. You know, we got mushrooms coming up. Do Bigfoot eat mushrooms? Do they forage for mushrooms? I don't know, but you know, it's the season. So let's get out here and let's check. Get in these areas where shrooms are at and see what we can come find out. Again, guys, if you've got any artwork, send it my way. Any recipes, any encounters, any questions, any comments, what we're doing wrong over here, or if you just need to get in touch with some people, guys, I've got contacts. You know, I don't know if I mentioned it. I just got off the phone with Darby Occult just a little while ago about the DNA study. We're getting back and forth. We're back and forth. We're back on the game there. He was a little behind. He had a lot of stuff going on, some personal stuff. He apologized. There was no reason for that. Hey, man, you got a lot going on. We got a lot going on. You do your thing. You just the fact that you reached back out. Hey, okay, man, we got a lot. There's so much going on. This NC State study is going to be huge, guys. I'm super excited about it. Also, the Melba Ketchum study. I've got contacts that I can send some samples to her study. She's starting up another study. So she's going to evaluate some of her stuff, and she's also, not publicly, but perhaps this is through the grapevine kind of stuff, that she's going to take on some new samples and do. So wouldn't it be cool, guys, if we could do if you got enough samples to send to 2 studies and you got a double blind on each, you don't tell? How cool would that be? My conversation with Darby, the way the technology has evolved since the Melba study, and if you guys follow Dr. John Baranchak on his podcast of Grasping Sasquatch, he just went over that. Her study was done, years back, but Darby is telling me, I'm sorry, Dr. Darby is telling me that the way that they can go about testing this stuff now is drastically different. He revealed a lot of things to me. He did ask me not to say too much. I told him, hey man, I got a show. People, I'm gonna reach out. They know I'm talking to you. He got excited. He's like, great, that's more reach. Maybe we can get some more samples. And if you guys got samples and don't know how to get a hold of him, I've got his personal email. I've got his personal cell phone. That will never be shared. When I say share information, I will never share personal information. I will share areas of research sightings or something like that. But you'll never get personal info out of me. But if you have info that being said, if you want to reach out to these people, but you don't want to share your info, it'll never be, unless you say, hey, this is my number, send it to this guy, vice versa. But Darby's talking about his approach that he's talking about. I was excited, man. We had scheduled like a 10-minute call and it went way over. I told him about the show. He got excited. He's doing the rounds. He's trying to get everything out there. I think this study is going to be huge. Again, with the Melba Ketchum study, it's got a lot of negative reviews. You read, it depends on who you follow, whether you like it or whether you don't like it. Yeah, she owned the company that released the info, blah, 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 blah. Who do you follow? The bottom line is, if you follow the science or do you follow the human? I like to tend to follow science and have an objective point of view, and you can look at it both ways. And inside of you, you have 2 people. You got a right brain and a left brain. So whether you're analytical or you're not, if you can separate those two viewpoints, and then you've got 2 people talking about the same thing at once, then you yourself can judge and have a conversation within yourself about things rather than judgment. Oh, she owned the publishing company. I'm out. Well, you got that conversation over here in your own head, and then the other side saying, well, she did own it, but look at these results. Look at the way she done it. Look at the way information was accessed. Look at who she was prior to. What did she have to gain from this? Yada, 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 yada. Well, everything's being said against her, and the same thing could be said about anyone. What do we have to gain? What is this? What is that? What do we have to lose? Let's try it. Let's find it. I honestly, I don't care who finds Bigfoot, who discovers, who proves that Bigfoot is out there. That's great, man. It's awesome. It's not going to be me. And if it is me, there's going to be no financial gain coming my way. I've got my job. I love my job. I love what I'm doing. This Bigfoot and stuff is fun. It's fun, guys. That's why we shouldn't get upset with other people because they have different viewpoints. We're not competing with one another. This isn't a competition. This is a collective. So in Washington, you're finding this, and this. Don't tell me that I'm wrong because I'm finding this, and this in Tennessee. Let's compare. This is two totally different climates, two totally different regions, two totally different everything. So everything could be different. I mean, a white-tailed deer could act different here than it does, in a whole other environment. Just because it's a white-tailed deer, blah, blah, blah. So no one is right or no one is wrong. And these experts, hey, if you're an expert, go for it. Send me some info. We're for it. Let's check it out. Let's try it again, guys. Let's check out. Let's try and help everyone be positive. If you got any information that you want to share, you want to seek information. If you want to seek on the science side, the psychological side, just the intense mind bending stuff that's going on out there, you need to check out Dr. John Baranchuk at Grasping Sasquatch on Untold Radio. If you want to hear encounter stories that just blow your mind and a wealth of information, you want to get into a research organization that they're out there doing things, they're doing the best they can, and they're trying, they're doing their own thing, and they're looking at it from both points of view, from woo, from animal, biological. At least that's what I'm gathering from these guys, and that's why I'm a part of this group. I really like what they're doing. And if you guys know, you got Wayne Tetherow at Paranormal Odyssey podcast. You got Manimal Research, that Bigfoot podcast. I'm sorry. This guy's all over the place. Follow him on Facebook. Knowledge. Again, with Dr. John. These guys are friends of mine, but they don't have to be friends of mine. These guys are friends of mine because that's who they are. You reach out to these people and they're going to open their arms to you. Hey guys, let's do it. Let's get this, because they're the same mindset as everyone should be. Let's share, let's gather, let's do what we can do to spread the wealth of knowledge that we got. And as always, guys, anything that you've got to offer, to share, to further the research or the search for any of this, hit us up, like on whatever. Follow, subscribe. You can follow these guys, subscribe to these guys. They put out more regular content. I'm just the guy that's out here, like I said, and a few episodes past. I've got so much in here. I've got to get it out somewhere. I've got to share it, and I love this stuff. I love being in the woods. I love squatching. I love everything about it. So share, guys. Again, hit me up, squatcher1222@gmail.com. Thanks, guys. Searching for answers. Until next time, be safe, have fun, love it.